Hi, welcome to Grade 2 Math with Mrs. Farrington. Today we're going to be looking at comparing numbers. And we're going to start off with a poem. And this poem is about Al the hungry alligator. Al the alligator is always hungry, and numbers are his food. He always eats the biggest number, no matter what his mood. He opens up his big old mouth and points it toward his snack. And to the smaller number, he always turns his pointy back. And that's Al the alligator, the hungry alligator. So, what do we what does alligators have to do with comparing numbers? I'm glad you asked. When we compare numbers, we do it to find out which is larger or greater than the other, or which is smaller or less than the other. For example, we have these blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 blocks here, and 1, 2, 3. If I compare these, I can say that 8 is greater than 3 because 8 is larger or more than 3. And then I have these two sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So both sets have 5. So that means they are equal. And then here I have another two set of blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 here and 6 here. I can say that 4 is less than 6. So I would have compared. And when we compare, it means to decide if one number is greater than, less than, or equal to another. That's when we compare. So when we look at these, what we've done is compare them. Here we have 8 is greater than 3. And greater than means a phrase used to compare two numbers. And then the next phrase that we'll be saying, less than, a phrase also used to compare two numbers, but to see which one is less. And equal, having the same amount, size, or value. So here we have equal amounts. And how do we show this in math? Well, I am so happy that you would have asked this very important question. We use what is called a symbol. A symbol. And a symbol is something that stands for or represents something. For example, here in this picture, it shows us the addition sign. The addition sign is a symbol. But also, when we are comparing numbers, we also have symbols. Remember when I read the poem about Hungry Al the alligator? Well, let's slide these up so that we can look at the symbol. It says that Al opens his mouth to the biggest number. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is greater than 3. So the symbol would be the alligator opens his mouth to the larger number. Whereas we have 4 is less than 6. He points his back at the smaller number. So he doesn't like small numbers. So he turns his back. Now, what about here? Well, we know equal because we remember equal from addition. Yes, so we use equal also in comparing numbers. We have 5 is equal to 5. All that means is 5 is the same. All that means is that 5 is the same as 5. They're equal. They have the same value. So, greater than, it means the alligator's mouth is open. Less than, it means he will point his back to that particular number. Equal. They're the same. They're the same. No difference between them. And when we do this, this is called comparing, because we want to see which is greater or smaller. Okay, so, and we can actually use base 10 or place value when we are comparing numbers. For example, 33 and 35. If I'm going to draw that using my base 10, 33 and 35, 30, 1, 2, 3. Then I have 35, 3 tenths, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They both have 3 tenths. So now I have to compare the ones. This is 3 and this is 5. So since 5 is greater than 3, that means 33 is less than 35. So I will turn my back to 33 and Al's mouth is opened. So let's practice some. You're going to practice some on this worksheet. And this worksheet, to help you at the top, we see Al, greater than, his mouth is open to the greater number, equal to, it's the same, and less than, his back would be turned to the number. So in the first section, it says compare the numbers by using greater than, less than, or equal to. And we're going to do the first 3 together. We're going to practice those, and then you will do the rest on your own. So let's look at them. We're comparing number 1, 521 to 525. So first, we compare the hundreds. And the number with the greater hundreds would be greatest. But they both have 5 hundredths. So we'd have to now compare the tens. The number with the greater tens, we have 2 tens, would have been the greatest number, but they have the same amount of tens. So now we have to compare the ones. We have 521 as 1. 525 has 5 ones. So because it has 5 ones, 5 is greater than 1. That means 525 is greater. So Al will open his mouth to the larger number and turn his back on the smaller number. Okay, let's practice again. Let's look at this one. So we have here in number 2, 744. And then we have, let me bring it up closer, 734. So we know from number 1, they both have the same hundreds. So we can't compare them, they're the same. So let's compare the tens. We have 4 tens here and 3 tens. Correct. 4 tens is greater than 3 tens. So that means 744 is greater than 734. So the mouth will open to the larger number. So that means 744 is greater than 734. Okay, number 3. We have 364 and 364. Well, this was very easy. They both have the same number for hundreds. They both have the same number for tens, and they both have the same number for ones. So that means it is the same number. And if it's the same number, they are excellent. equal. Okay, so we've done these three together. You're going to continue these on your own. Make sure that when you draw your sign, your symbol, that the larger number, the mouth is open to the larger number. Let's go on to the next section, and we're still practicing the same skill. But this time you get to write in your own number. So it says, fill in the blank that would make the statement true. Remember, a statement from grammar is a telling sentence. So this is telling us something. We're going to do, once again, the first three, we're going to do those together. So here's what happened. It says blank or any number is less than 167. Whatever number you write here, I write here, has to be smaller because the mouth isn't open to here. So whatever number I write has to be smaller. I can write any number. Any number. I can write 166, 65, 64. But you know what? I'm feeling 134. So 134 is less than 167. They both have the same number of hundreds. Yes, but tens, I only have 3 tens here and this one has 6 tens, so it's automatically less. Let's do number 17. Number 17, 952 is less than, so this time, I already have the number that's less. I have to write a number that is greater than 952. Okay, greater means bigger. So I can write 953, 954. I am going to write a big number. 999. So 952 is less than 999. They both have 900s. This one has five tens, but this has 9 tens, and 9 is greater than 5. Okay. Number 18. Any number blank is greater than 520. Once again, we have to write a number that is greater than this number. Any number. So I will write 700. 700 is greater than 520. Okay, so we've completed that section. Now we're going to practice another way. This time, we're going to be writing. It says, to make each statement true, write greater than, less than, or equal to. We're just going to do the first two. 796 is blank 789. So I have, is it greater than, less than, or equal to? They both have 700s. One has 9 tens and the other has 8 tens. Very good. 9 is greater than 8. So 796 is greater than 789. Excellent. Next one. I have 802 is blank 820. Ooh. So they both have 800s, 800, 800. But here we have 0 tens, no tens. But here we have 2 tens. 2 is more than 0. So that means 802 is less than. It is less than 820. So we've just practiced comparing numbers. As I said, we've done the first set of each section for you. Now you will download the worksheet if you haven't already done so, or you can write it on a folder sheet or any book, and you can continue practicing comparing numbers. This has been grade 2 math with Mrs. Farrington. Please remember to stay inside, stay safe as we try to flatten the curve so that we can get back into our classrooms. Have a good day.